We're gonna work with Dog on reiterating some basic training, and also
Anybody can do it.
with just showing you how we do it again. Last time she wasn't up for working as much. This time she's super excited because Dad just made a video without her. So now she wants to do anything and everything. But I find that when you're training a puppy, which she still is, it's easier to do it with two people because you get to go between the two and they learn commands for both. And so we're going to show you that today, along with some new commands that we are working on that are still rough. And another thing that a lot of people don't teach you is you do your voice command with a hand signal, so you can teach them to do things without a word. So if there's a scenario where you don't want to speak, you don't want to say anything, you have those hand signals as well. So here we go.
You gotta go by the rock. Shadow. Yeah. Release.
Right. Yes.
That's a right.
That's all right. Production.
Ooh.
You gotta go between the legs.
Yeah. Release.
Boost. Yes. Plus. Rocket.
Foot center. Tap. Yes. Release. Hold.
6. Yes. Oh, hold on. Z. Cover. Good girl. Yes. Good. Kraken.
Shadow. Shadow. Yes. And with the treats, you just want bite size. That way they don't get too full and she has a bad thing of burping on you. Speak. Speak.
Oh, there I got my thing.
Forward.
Center. 6. Cover. Right. Poof. Yes. Good girl. Cracking. Good job.
Up. 6. Yes. Good girl. Shadow. Forward. Forward. Rocking. Forward. That one we're working on.
Yes. Good forward.
Rocking means
Release.
Trying to teach the rocking, yes, you can release, but when I say forward, like when she's watching in my back, which is nice. Trying to incorporate her, because she's trained for one thing, but we noticed when we were out doing my videos, she started mimicking. So we're like, okay, we'll see if we can give her some simple commands. So like if I'm out doing it, she can be a, you know, star attraction. There's like, you know, a lot of my videos are survival E&E, that kind of stuff. And say, you know, I don't really like having a dog out when I'm doing this stuff, but if seeing as she's part of the family, she's gonna have to play her part too. There's pros and cons. We'll make a video of that with having a dog with you. But she's picked up on a lot of the things, you know, and when I'm trying to teach her, it's like when I have to get down in the prone or when I have to creep, she started creeping and down in the prone. When I stopped, she would stop. And she just did that naturally, which was nice. And now then the only ones we really got to incorporate is, you know, when I stand up, she stands up, and when I point forward, I want to teach her, so she's the point man. Because her nose and her ears will pick up stuff a good 100 yards, and that's 100 yards, she's alerted, she knows, she can smell it and hear it. 75 yards, she's going to pinpoint. 50 yards, she's going to engage. So I'm starting to learn when it comes to escaping dogs, especially shepherds. But then again, I test her with my scent, and that's daddy. So that's like amplified. So if I can figure out how to outsmart her, I can outsmart somebody else's dog. And doing this, speak. And I don't even have to say anything. Would you like another one? Six. Well, it's kind of half-assed. That's the whole thing about training, is it's repetition. And the one thing I noticed with her, when it comes to me working with her, she gets a little too excited. Like, oh, I gotta impress daddy. He's finally taking me out. Oh! So what I've noticed is I'll play with her a little bit first, wear out that puppy shit. Especially when I start kitting up, she knows it's playtime. You know, for me to go out and make movies, and she gets kind of ampy, especially when she don't get to come. So, like you can see, she listens to mom more than she does me because she's for mom. But some animals can multitask, and that's what we found with her. She knows how to multitask, and she's happy to please both of us. Like I said, she's for mom, but out here, you know, while we're making movies, it's like, well, let's see how far we can push this. And so far, it's coming out good. And like, I want to make some videos on avoiding dogs, you know, tracker dogs. There's a lot of tricks of the trade that you can use. I'm not going to confirm or deny that they do work, but let's just say I ain't the one to gossip, and homie don't play that shit. But with her nose and her ears, yeah. You can avoid that. It's like today I made a video today, a part 2 of 1, and I was testing her capabilities on her smell and her hearing. 100 yards, yeah, I'm in the clear. 75 yards, she started alerting. Between 75 and 50 yards, oh yeah, she had it. From what mom was saying, her nose was up in the air, and she was trying to pinpoint where I was coming from. She knew I was somewhere in the area, but the wind changed on me, as I explained, as long as the wind, you know, and it was not good because the wind was blowing right to her. It was like, hello. And that's where, if I had a worst case scenario, I'd have been screwed. And that's, as I pointed out in that other video, that's what you want to try to avoid. But like I said, say you're in a situation where you got tracker dogs on your ass, yeah, they're going to be looking for you, you know, versus if they used her to find my ass, yeah, I'd have to work, because she'd be like, oh, I gotta find this son of a bitch. It's worse, it's better than anything, even the best tracker dog around. And if I can avoid her with the tricks that I know, they would work really good on somebody else's tracker dog that didn't know me. Yeah, it's like, okay, they'll pick up on your scent, but to her picking up on Daddy's scent, and I gotta find his ass because this is a game we play, yeah, she's gonna be working 1,000% versus 100%. Dig what I'm saying? So, it's just a short video of things you can do. Everybody wants to, oh, you got to have a professional. No, no, no. What we suggest is if you're going to train for yourself or your dog, get on YouTube. There's a lot of different trainers that'll offer advice. Take the best that they offer, because nobody's perfect, and every dog's different, just like raising kids. You take the best of this little part, and then try it out. And if it works, it works. If it don't, you try another technique. Like this one, that's Daddy's little girl, and she aims to please, but she gets too excited, and then, you know, she's still a pup. But with Mom, she listens. Me, it's like, well, that's Daddy Day.
I'll let it know.
Okay.
The daddy.
Yeah, that's Daddy. You know, it's Daddy Day. You know, and when it comes down to it, you know, it's like, you know, just like you know, if you got a baby girl, you know, Daddy comes home from work, it's like, oh my God, we got to do this and do this and do this. You got to listen to Mom and listen to Dad, but Dad's playtime. But like I said, go out and just watch if you want to train, unless you got thousands of dollars to train. Because, you know, a lot of people, when we're out and about, they're like, wow, who'd you pay to, you know, we did it. But it was constant, every day, every day, every day, every day. That's all you can do. And I mean, especially, you know, it's better because you're getting what you want versus what a trainer will offer you. And then you can also, there is trainers on YouTube, and I do believe TikTok, you can ask them questions and they'll go, hey, you know, here it is. You know, it's like most people, they think it's a shepherd. Oh my God, it's canine or military. Yeah, we use that to our advantage, you know, because it avoids all the assholes, except for kids. They're like, oh, I want to pet it. Nope, you can't pet it. Sorry, it's working. And you go from there. Like with the treats, the size that we use, I'm not saying you have to, are just little itty bitty pieces. That's all you need, because you don't want your dog getting filled up. And a little bit, they get excited, but they're not too excited, and they look for another, oh, I'm going to get another piece. You know, it's like giving a kid a small piece of candy, but eventually they'll listen. Bribery does work.
Well, and your dog will work for some. We are lucky. She will work for toys, praise, or treats.
Man.
But she is definitely more food motivated than anything. And
Female snacks.
Exactly. And so that's why I use a lot of snacks, and they are tiny. They're just little pieces.
Mm-hmm. But here's another thing, like people with shepherds, they tend to get hip dysplasia. Before she was, what?
6 months?
6 months, it was no jumping, no fucking, you know, going down big things where they can hurt her hips. And after 6 months, we gradually got it. But now she can hop. And she can jump, and she knows how to do it right. So that way it saved that. And then we, you know, for 6 months, she was eating a lot of chicken and beef, you know, eating a lot of meat, plus her kibble. You know, and that's just how we did it. And we've noticed that, yeah, her muscle tone and everything else is the best way to do it. That's just our opinion, but, you know, like, opinions are like asshole. Everybody got one. She's ours. Yours is different.
Another thing, people have problems with toenails. Get them, touch their feet all the time. She'll give me a foot. Puff, seats. Puff. Good girl. She did break a dew claw, so we're starting from the beginning because, of course, that hurt her when it did. So she's leery now, but she still trusts enough to let me grind them.
Yeah, but she also likes her ears rubbed, and shepherds don't like their ears rubbed, which is really...
We love our ears rubbed.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is, you know, people stay away from certain things. No, touch them all over.
Yeah, like
touch
desensitize
the tails, touch everything. That
Except
way,
for their naughty box, you know, unless you're one of those weird creepers.
They don't freak out if you have to take them to the vet.
Yeah.
They don't get nervous.
That, and, you know, if you got little kids that come around, you know, they like to touch and grab and squeeze. And as a puppy, yeah, you go through the land shark phase, but as a puppy, we were always touching her and letting her experience, and then, you know, having this, that, and the other. So she kind of got desensitized.
And like even when she plays, she doesn't bite hard because she knows better. She'll bite him harder than she does me because she knows that's a no-no. Mama doesn't play like that.
That's only playtime.
But that's playtime. Babies come around.
Yeah, I don't even get
She's
to say hi
sweet
to
as
them.
pie. And she's learned to nose boop what she wants. So yeah, those are just some things that we've done that have helped us that I wish people have told me in the beginning.
And that's just one of those. That's just our 2 cents on the dog training. But there's other. We'll be making a few other videos. We're going to be making another one with me doing my thing and having the missus. She's going to be videotaping, and I'm going to be working with her on doing the creeping, the stopping, the forward, and that's just 3 simple commands that I know she picked up right away. And hopefully it worked out right. So we'll see. So until next time,
Go play.
let me talk some more shit out my butt.
Go play. Say like and subscribe. Good girl.